Hello guys, welcome back sa ating channel. Another walk, another talk. Tara! And I am here. So yes, as you could see, tara, maglakad ulit tayo. Dahil ngayon, isasama ko ulit kayo sa aking walking. So this is vlogging and walking. And again, usually, hindi ko dinadala ang aking phone kapag nag-walk. So, since content creator tayo, bakit hindi tayo gumawa ng a little bit of clips while walking? Nakita niyo pa ba ako? Ayan, ganito na muna ang ipakita natin siguro. Basta naririnig niyo naman yung boses ko for now. Kasi talagang against the light yung mukha ko, hindi ako makita. But we'll try again. Let's listen first. Ang ganda ng nature sound. So, yan. Medyo hindi tayo against the lights. Siguro pwede na rin tayo ngayong mag-video here ng normal. Because, as promised, we wanted to do a clip, a series, na hindi naman siguro masyadong mahabang videos or talk. Ayokong i-bore kayo. I don't want to bore you. Kaya we'll try our best to make this walk, this talk, not so boring. Especially if the topics are dry. But this one, I think hindi. There are a lot of people na makaka-relate. Kaya yung makaka-relate, go ahead, comment, suggest, react in the comment section. As mentioned, this is another series about what we could do para maiwasan natin maarte. So that we could, avoid unnecessary use or too much use of our phones, especially in this digital age. So last time we talked about some activities, I told you there na pwede tayo mag-walk like this. Because me, I love walking. Even if it's just 15 minutes like what I've mentioned, it's really good. I think, like what I've mentioned, we should start again to move. Go out, lumabas ka, mag-walk ka ulit, diba? Let's rediscover our passion, our hobbies, sabi ko nga. And yeah, just be in the natures, in the parks, or wherever you want to walk, as long as, of course, you're safe and place is fine for you. Go out and walk, even if it's just 15 minutes. If you do that every day, it really compounds and it becomes your habit. So it's one of it. And another one, last night I was talking to a friend, and we were talking, what we were doing before this digital age, what we were doing before this social medias and too much phone use. And I remember we said, we've been, sometimes just meet up. Actually, not sometimes, especially when, against the light na naman tayo. Sorry. Especially when we were just living not so far from each other. So we actually meet up personally, physically there. Hindi lang text or message, hindi lang reels, hindi lang shorts, diba? We technically meet up and then drink coffee, eat turon, kumain ng turon. Kung merong naglalakong turon, magpabili ng maruya, diba? Or kumain sa may kantin na malapit sa dati naming tinitira noong mga kapanahunan, ang tagal. Yeah, and then sometimes we do board games or cards. I was just not a fan of cards. Hindi ako masyadong fan ng card games, especially kung gambling na siya. Kasi hindi maiwasan mga Pilipino, di ba? Sometimes we do tong-its, right? I was not fan of it. I was like complaining, like, guys, we have to do that with money. So I was not a fan of it. But the point is, what I'm trying to say here is before, we could do stuff aside, just be on our phones, like board games. If it's chess, kung talagang dalawa lang kayo. Diba? Or Monopoly games, if you know how to play it. Or sa mga Pilipinos, mga card games. Sino nakaka-relate sa unggoy-ungguyan? Unggoy-ungguyan games, di ba? I mean, card game. Only Filipinos know that game, I guess. Not sure. But I guess so. Unggoy-ungguyan, di ba? Meron ba yan? Meron ba? Of course naman siguro, there's this other version of that internationally, but I think hindi siya unggoy-ungguyan. So yeah, one of those is just, you know, try to call friends again and organize probably a meet-up, play board games again. Yun. So, ano pa ba? I guess, ang isa pang magandang gawin is really do something like cooking or gardening, di ba? Yung mga ganun, kung anong hilig mo. You know, hindi naman lahat gustong mag-cook, hindi naman lahat gustong mag-gardening. But the point is, find out kung ano yung interest mo and then do it maybe on weekends if you don't do anything. It will really help us to balance that phone use that we usually couldn't resist. That's the term. So I think if we really find interest, if we could really find our interest again and feel that time that you have with that interest, by doing that interest, I think that would really help us to lessen up, maybe not totally disregard the phones, because we could not disregard the phones. Like what I've mentioned, I'm not against phone use. I'm not against any digital age. I'm not even against AI, but I'm against of being mindless of those stuffs or anything, right? We have to be mindful in how we use those things. It shouldn't govern our lives. Siguro that's the term. So, yeah. There are still so many stuffs that we could do. But for now, yan na muna ulit sa walk na ito. That's it for now in this walk. We will continue again talking next time. Maybe we're walking again, or maybe doing something else, cooking, or maybe a sit-down talk again. Why not? Right? Because as much as possible, I want to bring you with me while walking. I want to balance it. Because like now, I'm filming this, of course. I'm not into walking so much because this is like working while walking. It's not just walking anymore. But I want to share it with you as well. And that's why, yeah, once in a while we could film while walking and talking about something. That's not a problem. I remember when we were kids, especially those 80s and 90s kids who could relate there. If it rains, we go out and play in the rain. Diba? Nostalgia talaga. Anyway, that's another topic. But for now, again, that's what I wanted to share with you in these years again on how we could avoid this phone addiction. And I'll see you again next time. Again, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, for watching. And if you have suggestions, comments, comment it below. Again, thank you so much for watching, subscribing. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. God bless always. Look at that. Ang ganda-ganda. So, medyo dry na yung ground. And before, it was muddy because it was raining also. Prior to that, it was snowing. But now, it's almost like few days it's dry. So, dry na siya. At ang ganda ng araw na yan. This is what I'm trying to talk about, why you should go out there, be in the natures if you can, as much as you can. If you don't have time, find time as you can, because yeah, it's beautiful. This is one of realities outside internet. Very beautiful. Diba? Beautiful creations of our Creator. Amazing.